Hi guys, this is the Empi Wide 5 disc brake conversion kit for Balljoint Beetles. So we fitted one on the Bug Pan today, and this is how I've done it. First thing you need to do is remove your spindle. So the stock spindle comes out and you get a replacement with the kit. Fortunately my ball joints have not been on there for very long, so they came off nice and easy, but you may need a splitter, and my suspension's not really connected yet, so the job for me was easy and I can't show you how to do that. And the new spindles look like that, all nice and shiny. On the front of your camber nut here is a little notch. Now the nut needs to face forwards in the car, and that needs to be at 90 degrees to your spindle. So 90 degrees to the spindle there, or in line with the actual spindle itself. So if you can just see the little notch, so you need to make sure it's facing forwards, and then just nip up your nut to hold it in place. New discs. So we need to put some bearings in these. So the first thing we need to do is press the race into here. Now it's recommended that it's pressed in with a pressing tool. We don't have one of those, however, so this is how not to do it. Okay. So we did that using a 36mm socket. Now we need to do the same on the other side. We're going to use a 30mm for this one. We found a bit of a burr around the inside of here, so we just clean that out first. And it looks seated. Just degreasing it all to make sure we don't contaminate the new pads. Pack the bearings. Just going to pack a load of grease in the middle. I'm not sure if you're supposed to or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. And you need to fit your seal, which you may need to tap down as well. Disc on. Fit your washer. Nut. Spin the disc and gently nip it up to make sure everything's seated. Nip up the Allen head. So now I've got to back the nut off and check with the feeler gauge. We're looking for a gap between 0.03 and 0.12 millimeters, and that's 1 to 5,000th of an inch. So I'm using a 3,000th of an inch, or 0.076 millimeters. Next we have to fit our caliper onto our disc, but it needs centralising on the disc before we can bolt it on in place. Now in the kit you get your 2 bolts, your hand tensile bolts I believe, and the 2 silver washers. They are to bolt the caliper on. However, there are also some additional washers. They are 0.036 of an inch, which measures approximately 0.83 millimeters, and 0.055 of an inch, which is approximately 1.37 millimeters. And we're going to use those to centralize the disc as close as we can, so it sits just right. So using a number of feeler gauges on the inside of the disc, we have 1.95 millimeters, so just short of 2 millimeters. On the outside of the disc, we have 1.45 millimeters. So it's pretty central, and if you were to put any of the spacers in, you're going to make that worse. So I'm leaving this one as it is. Bit of copper grease for the brake pipes. So the original bolts on a 1303 or Super Beetle need tightening up to 29 foot-pounds, but these ones in the Empi kit, according to the instructions, you do to 35 foot-pounds. That's 35. I don't want anyone to feel patronised by this, but I thought I'd explain what happened on the other side, because the disc and spindle wasn't a central. And I know some people don't like kind of maths and stuff, so I thought it might help. I know most people can probably work it out no problem, but this is how I did mine. So this is my disc, looking at it end on, and this is the outside of the spindle and the inside of the spindle. Now the gap from the disc to the outside of the spindle was 2.43 millimeters, and from the disc to the inside spindle was 1.06 millimeters. So there's quite a bit of difference where the disc sat centrally inside the actual spindle. So what I did is I took those 2 measurements. So I took 2.43 and 1.06 and added them together. So 3 and 6 is 9, 4 and 0, 4, and then 3 and 1. So 3.49, or as near as damn it, 3.5 millimeters. So we take that 3.5 millimeters, we divide it by 2, you've got near as damn it, 1.75 millimeters. So what you're really wanting is this gap to be 1.75 at each side, and your disc will be central within the spindle. So if we take our gap, because we've got to move it from the 1.6 inner, we're pushing it out, the disc out a bit, so our spacer is going to go on this side. So we've got our 1.06 millimeters, and we're going to add to that one of the spacers. Now the spacers came as 0.83 millimeters or 1.37 millimeters, so I'm going to take the smaller of the two. So I'm going to add to that 0.83, which gives us a 9, 8 and 1, 1.89 millimeters. So if we put the 0.83 millimeter spacer on this side, this gap here becomes 1.89, and that would make this side 1.6. So it's out by 0.3 of a mil, but that's closer than it would be leaving it as it was, and it's the best option you've got using the spacers that came in the kit. I've got a problem. I need to torque up the nuts on my ball joints. Unfortunately, I can't get my torque wrench in there. It just doesn't fit. I don't have any kind of offset tool to connect this to, or to connect the socket to, and I don't have anything like a crow's foot socket or wrench either. And one last try. Yay, there we go. So there we have it, 1 wide 5 disc conversion pretty much installed. Now there was one thing I didn't show you, which is connecting your track rods back to your steering box, because on this car it doesn't exist. So the beam on this is so narrow that the steering box option doesn't work. The track rod's just way out of line. So we're actually looking at creating a steering rack setup on the front of this, but that will be subject for a future video. So if you do want to click on like and subscribe and notification bell, then when I do that steering rack upgrade, hopefully it'll ping up on your home screen. Hope that helps, guys. Take care. Bye bye.